Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk a little bit about moving groups through large open areas. And I got a little example here for you. Okay, this is an open area. It could be smaller or it could be much larger, but it's still an open area. Now, when you are moving through an area like this is what I talk about on the Scout Sniper. That's what they do. The Scout Sniper team will be the ones that are going to go through here first, and what they would do is they would go through the side right here. Follow the side. If they can, they would be in the wooded area if they can. Now, this particular situation, we have a river or creek going along here, and so they're limited on what they would do. So they would either go, if it was thicker, they could get inside and follow it all along to the other side over there. And then, because that's as far as we can see is over there. Now, from there, they would signal us. And then, as a group, we would go along inside the wooded area going around. Now, since that is not an option, that's one extreme. That's the best thing, is when you're in the wooded area going around. Now, this is not the appropriate place for that. And especially if we're moving in a hurry, in which you shouldn't be moving in a hurry anyway. So that's the other extreme. And what that'll be is we let the Scout Sniper team go first, and they would go in there. They would take position to cover us, and then the rest of us would go maybe, I'd say maybe 10 yards apart, separating us. And we would follow right here next to the wood line, next to it. And we would be doing it at a run, at about 10 yards apart. We would run all the way over till we get to where the Scout Snipers are. And they've already secured that area, because that's as far as we can see. So they've secured that already. So one might stay there, and then the other two would do whatever they have to do. Now, what we would be doing is, like I say, running around along here, all the way around till we get over there. That's one example of how you would go through an open area. And like I say, there's and that's extremes on both sides. So, but like I say, you always are going to have situations like this. Now, like in this particular area, we have buildings. Like I say, you could have, if this was a war-torn type area, the windows would be out. You would have snipers set up in all these places, clear on up. You can see right on up on top there. They could be up there, all the way around all this. Let me show you so I can see now. But see all these windows right there. That could be snipers or lookouts and stuff like that. Anything could be happening over there. And like I say, you can have scouts, snipers, all up along here, and like I say, in these other windows right there. So getting through, you have to, then that's why you're moving fast. You're only going to be visible for a short amount of time. That's the first thing. And so you only be visible for a short amount of time. You're not getting in closer, such as in, like I say, 10 yards apart. The reason you're 10 yards apart is in case mortar rounds, explosives, stuff like that, you can only hit a limited amount of people when they're spread out like that. In Vietnam, we would do stuff like that. And that's different in Vietnam. Like I say, we were Marines. We were in trained different. Everything was different. And so when we would go along something like this, there would be anywhere from 20 to 50, 70 yards in between each person. And we would be taking our time. In other words, and there's 100 of us. So, it would take us, a long time to get from point A to point B because we're separated that much. But like I say, these are all full-grown males, armed, and they knew what they were doing. This is a little different thing. We all, as a militia, we watch over ourselves. And another thing, we're talking about going along like that, it's the same thing. Remember, it's your 3 going with following the next 3, and there's another 3 behind you. But all of you have at least, like I say, 10 yards apart. Not at least, but 10 yards apart, because a mortar round it'd be less likely to get. The most damage a mortar round could do is wound 2 of you on something like that. That's the most. But more than likely, it'll wound 1, especially when you're moving fast and you're going through something like that. And sniper fire, it'll be the same thing. If you take sniper fire, and let's say you do take sniper fire from that window, right when you take sniper fire, like I say, the ones that aren't going with you are staying back and watching. So they will see the sniper fire. Whether it's there or any of these places, they will know about it. And like I say, we will hit those spots. We will shoot at those spots, and that will give everybody else a chance to run on through. And now in the Marines, we did different. If the sniper sniped from over there, we already have snipers in play, or our scout snipers are already in position over there. All we got to do is give them hand signals on where to go, and they will go get them. And it's the same thing. Up there, that's too far out of our range. It doesn't matter. We're going to get to. All we want to do is get by. We can lay down enough cover fire to make sure that they can't get any more shots while we get gone some more. And it's the same thing. As you're moving, not everybody will be shooting. The people not ready to leave, they will shoot to give cover fire. The people that are already over there will give cover fire to get over here. Now, if it's over here, the same thing. We're coming from over this direction, and then they make their shot. We still have people back behind, and they will go in and get the snipers. That's when we were trained Marines. Militias will not be doing that, because you're putting yourself in jeopardy whenever you separate. And like we said, we don't want any of us to be injured or killed. So safety and movement is important. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.